And a happy Saturday evening to all you fine folks out there in the online world, Facebook and YouTube. You're coming to you live here tonight, Saturday night, October the 16th, 2021. Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. And we're certainly glad that you have invited us into your home tonight. And we need you to do a favor for us, if you will, right now. If you're watching this on Facebook, we want you to go hit the like button on your screen and then hit share so that our video is shared on your page and all of those people that are on your page can see Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports live. It just helps us get our message out a little bit stronger. So all we need you to do right now is click the like button and the share button. Let everybody out there know that you are watching Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports live October the 16th. What a beautiful day it's been. Going to be a cool, brisk 49 degrees in the morning is what my understanding is. And we're glad you've chosen this Saturday night to invite us into your home. We're coming to you live tonight from our studios in Enterprise, Georgia, our studios in Thompsontown, Georgia, our studio on 100% Flamingo Road, Georgia, our remote studio tonight at the National Peanut Festival Fairgrounds at a Tupperware convention. We're coming to you live in all 57 states, 5 foreign countries, and now 4 sunken islands since the volcano last week. And ladies and gentlemen, if you happen to want to catch the rerun of us next week, got a brand new time slot. Monday night, 10 o'clock, right after WWE Celebrity Pentecostal Preacher Mud Wrestling Live. Featured match this Monday night will be Jimmy Swaggart taking on Ken Copeland. Mud wrestling, Pentecostal preacher style. Dirt Road Sports will be immediately following that on Monday night at 10 o'clock. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're very blessed to be on the 70-inch big screen at a brand new location tonight. Tonight we're coming to you live on the big screen at Tyreek's Window Tinting, fruit-flavored rolling paper, Nike tennis shoe rentals, carpet cleaning, organic fireworks, and hoop cheese in Jackson, Alabama.
Mark, hit the rewind button on that again, Mark. That stuff interesting.
Yeah, it kind of went past us there. We are live and on the big screen tonight. Very first time. Tyreek's Window Tinting, fruit-flavored rolling paper, Nike tennis shoe rentals, carpet cleaning, organic fireworks, and hoop cheese in Jack, Alabama.
Is he kin to Brother Al by any chance? Is that?
No, I don't think they're any kin. I don't think
Okay. Just checking.
We do want to give a big shout out to Tyreek tonight and tell him how much we appreciate him.
Yeah, thank you, Tyreek. Yeah, keep them cards and letters coming in.
Being the expert on the wrestling business, not the mud wrestling, but the wrestling, I think Brother Copeland gives up a lot of weight to Jimmy Swaggart, but I think his scrappiness will take Brother Jimmy down. I can see him pinning him on top of the grand piano. I know it's gonna happen. I hate it for Floyd because I know Floyd.
Depends on the winner of this one will take on the winner of TD Jakes and Jesse Duplantis.
And all TD got to do is sit on Jesse and he'll be over.
Good night,
So Marvin, you got a history in wrestling. So I mean, are you going to get involved in it? Are the Southern Baptists going to get involved in this Pentecostal wrestling?
They involved all right now. You'll talk about the committee of the Southern Baptist Convention.
You can't. That's like arguing with Terry too. You can't argue with the man by the Bible. You can't argue with the man that's in front of the advertising. But
he got the knobs. Marvin got all the
control.
Yeah.
Guys, we want to welcome you tonight to our show. We appreciate you joining us. We got a lively show. No telling what we're going to talk about tonight. We might talk about a little of this and a lot of that and maybe some of nothing, but we're going to have a good time tonight while we're doing it. Again, one more time, click the like button, click the share button if you don't mind. Let everybody know you're watching Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show live October the 16th. Charlie, take it away.
Scott Moore, Boykin, Georgia. Jimmy Holt, Smiley. I think I got it right. Smiley Bailey.
Yeah.
Sharon Griswold, Trey Bryan, Kathy Acock Fraley. Let me see here. Trey Bryan, Sharon Griswold. I said that, I believe. Lucille Varner.
Oh yeah.
That's
My
yeah.
neighbor.
She
Our
lives
buddy
go
Lee
road.
Scott up in Dale County is a watching. Melissa Tillery up in Troy, Alabama. Man, Charles Mercer's with us, and they coming from all over. Man alive. It's great that y'all let us into your house and your cabins or wherever you may be on this night in October where the weather's changing up. Man, it feels good outside the cabin here on Old Musty Creek. I guarantee you it's going to feel, as Marvin was saying, that 49 in the morning, that's going to feel good. I need to say hello to some folks that tell me who they are again. Floyd, I call Floyd.
Yeah. You met him today over there at the old mill, what you told me.
Yes, sir. Who was?
Alan Daniels and his wife Sharon from Colquitt, Georgia. Sharon Grant.
There you
Daniels.
go.
Now, let me tell you how
Both of them old family.
they recognized me and said it'd been probably 20 years since they had seen me on TV. I thought, well, I ain't been off that long, but it was back when they changed up the cable system and the Dothan channels got taken off and the Tallahassee stations got put on
Yep.
y'all's cable over there in Colquitt. Am I right about that? I think
right.
That's right.
that's what I understood. And they were talking about that, and I said, well, I still communicate with some of y'all's citizens over that way. I said, in fact, we do a little podcast broadcast on Facebook and YouTube every Saturday night, 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock y'all's time. And I said, 3 of y'all's outstanding, standout citizens. And Miss Sharon says, I better know who they are. She says, she called out Floyd to start with. Then she called out Queasel, and she says, "Who is the third one?" And Mr. Allen spoke up, said, "I know who it is." He said Marvin, and then she said, "That's the biggest troublemaker of the group that you have to watch."
That's right.
That's exactly right. She hit the nail
As
on the
she
head.
said it, she was absolutely correct. I want to say hello to them, enjoy the conversation with them over supper tonight.
Well, a while ago you talking about the cool weather. Let me tell you what Marvin said he was going to do in the morning. He is going to put on a pair. He said if that cool weather comes in here, he's going to feel so refreshed and so I don't know what I can't think of the word to put with Marvin, but anyway, he's going to put on a pair of them skimpy Nike running shorts, and he is going to jog to church from his house. So what do you think about that?
Well, I think
How
he
far did he
been
make it?
100 yards football field.
Well, give me a landmark, Floyd. How far you think he gonna get? He gonna get Marvin? How far he gonna get running?
The back door of his house. Ain't that right, Marvin?
Yeah. I won't make it
are,
to the mailbox.
are you saying I was being generous with a football field just a minute ago?
Yeah. Big time.
Okay.
Gonna be nice,
I
right, man?
I remember one time though he was filming something with his church, and I can't remember who it was, but somebody showed it to me. It showed him jogging on the square, and he had went through the finish line and held his hands up and run through the tape and finished the race. And I couldn't believe it. I actually thought he might have run a little far. They said he got just far enough away that he could pick up his stride. Said he might have run 10 yards. And he had them church members out there that love him to do anything he says do, filming him, and like he had finished the race and run the race. That the truth, Marvin?
Yeah, hollering when they come across the line. It was kind of like a Hollywood staged event. I backed up I backed up 25 or 30 feet from the finish line, and it was the angles in which the camera captured it and had all my church members there. When I crossed the line, they was hollering for me.
Is that the night they brought you over here to Dothan to the hospital to check your heart out real good?
That was a different night.
Oh, okay.
That was a different
I
night.
wished you could have seen it. They was cheering like he had won the New York City Marathon. He come running through there. They was all. But now the only folks I seen up there cheering and hollering was the creekers out there now. The ones that go out there to the creek. I didn't see nobody else cheering and hollering for them, but they was cheering and hollering.
Creekers. I like that.
The creekers.
I like that. That's good.
That's a new denomination that they form, and they're gonna spur off the Southern Baptists, and they're gonna form
the
Southern Creekers.
That's right.
Yeah. And Marvin gonna be the head creeker.
Oh, is he gonna have a committee?
Oh, he don't need no committee. He ruled by one. He an authoritarian. He rules by one.
Well, now, if you go back to the days of the Bible, that's kind of the way it was.
Well,
God told Noah to build the ark. He didn't say, Noah, get you a committee up of 8 or 10 and y'all study on this thing for about a year or two and then come back and give me the results of your study and then I'll send the rain. Isn't that right? Am I right, Marvin?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He didn't do that. But putting Marvin in charge, I don't know. After what that lady told me tonight at supper, I don't know.
Let me tell you, there is no doubt who's running the creek out there. He is large and in charge. The creek.
Let's go. Yeah, we're gonna move on to our.
That was a compliment.
I understand.
Trying to be nice.
I will tell you this, believe it or not, and I got the best church folks. I love my church folks. They've been appreciating me. They've been sending me cards every day this month for Pastor Appreciation Day. I've gotten a card every day this month, encouraging, uplifting, and all that. And I've been, hey, listen, you ain't gonna believe this. January, I will have finished my 10th year at the creek. It don't seem like it, but I will have been there 10 years at the creek.
Boy, that's some.
And they still, and you believe it? I know y'all ain't gonna mind me doing this because I'm gonna do it anyway because I'm at the controls. But I do want to invite anybody that would like to come to the creek. We're gonna have Harvest Day tomorrow, and we're gonna have revival with Randy Perry. He used to sing with the Perry family. We're gonna start at 10:30 in the morning, and then 6:30 Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night. And that's him right up there on the screen. Many of you may recognize him and remember him from the Perrys. And he's been an evangelist now for almost 25 years. And him and his wife will be singing and he will be preaching. He's from Dawsonville, Georgia. Actually used to work for Bill Elliott when he was a younger man.
There you go.
Oh.
Well, now, that moves on to another question that my preacher had to say one day. My preacher said that he ain't understood how in the world Marvin can stay out there as long as he has and be the preacher. And he said, but I think it has something to do with the fact that he only preaches one Sunday out of the month. Said he has somebody else come one Sunday, all the other Sundays, and Marvin just preached one Sunday out of the month. Now, I don't know.
That ain't far from wrong.
Well, him and my preacher's got something going on now because I don't understand it. They write one another's sermons, and they fit to go to New York to some kind of preaching conference together.
Whoa. They having a what in New York?
No, I said Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh.
Floyd, they coming down pretty hard on me tonight.
I'm dry. I know. No. You need a lifeline. Yeah, I was talking about you a while ago. They try to draw you into all these things. They try to draw you in, and you're doing a pretty good job of staying on the boundary out there away from it. They talking about. I heard your queens were talking about you running into a race that time and all that. You know, I want you to remember something, Marvin. I'll give you some sage advice. They talking about you do things for show. You know,
yeah,
like that time you was at the wrestling match, you know, and the man couldn't pick you up, and you jumped about six inches off the floor, and he fell down on top of you and body slammed it. Anyway, the people that were there looking at that, in their mind, they perceived that he actually picked you up over his head and body slammed you on the floor, and the whole building shook. I'm talking about. And my point is this: about when you're preaching, about with anything else, about you running in your marathon race or you're wrestling and anything. Perception is what, Marvin? Reality. Perception is reality. Now you can talk, and pretty soon you're gonna talk enough. You're gonna talk so much that you're gonna run out of perception, and reality is gonna set in, and folks gonna realize what you are, that you don't know what you're talking about. See what I'm saying? That's that line in there. See, there's lines in there, in life that you do not cross. And you do a pretty good job of going right up to the line and tiptoeing all the way around the line and doing prancing around the line and then
yes, he does.
I give you credit for that. You know what the line is, but you gonna test the line.
But since it is Pastor Appreciation Month, I think we should continue, Floyd, with this conversation. Do you have any?
Look at him.
We do have. Go ahead.
Floyd was talking about perceiving. Floyd, I think you know the story about my one time, my one wrestling event, and it was mud wrestling. It wasn't no ring wrestling. I was mud wrestling against these two girls in two bikinis. We had a little fundraiser for. Yeah, we had a little fundraiser for the fire department, and some smart aleck down there spoke up and said, "I give 100." We're down at the Cow Palace. Yep. They're having mud wrestling, and one somebody spoke up and said, "I'll pay $100 for the fire chief to get in the ring." And then somebody on down the road a little bit said, "I'll match it. So I'll give $100 too if he get in there." So I got in there, and I didn't perceive nothing. That woman picked me up, body slammed me, and before I know what happened, she was sitting on top of me talking about, "Do you give up?" I said, "Yes, ma'am, I sure did." I said, "You sitting on top of me with a bikini, my wife right over yonder somewhere. I got to get out of the ring. Got to go somewhere." So I didn't perceive.
It wasn't that easy that night with me, Floyd, was it? He had to work to get me off the ground.
But hey, we had them worked into a frenzy. They had built them up to the crescendo. See, that's how you do it.
Hey, my cowboy hat never come off, even when I got
never came off. Y'all talking about y'all remember we had a sheriff here several years ago, Buddy Glass. He was sheriff forever. And he wrestled. Buddy was a wrestler and got elected sheriff. He was a policeman, a wrestler. Got elected sheriff for a long time. And I heard him tell this story one time, true story, about not wrestling in the ring, but wrestling at the IGA supermarket. You heard this story, Queasel? Have you ever heard this story?
I heard that story. Yeah.
Have you ever heard it, Marvin?
No, I want to hear it.
There's a lot of folks out there. We had an IGA supermarket here in Colquitt that had a delicatessen in there, up in the front of it. Had a delicatessen. You go in there and buy you some fried chicken, buy you some French fried potatoes, snap beans, green beans, garden peas, fix your plate up, cornbread out the door you go with the sweet tea, you're gone. Well, they had a salad bar on a cart thing. It pretty close to the deli bar. So anyway, the sheriff's in there. Big old guy. Man, he big old barrel-chested guy, puzzle-gutted, big old guy, had long old legs and big old butt stuck out. They had the long old legs. Wore that big old buckle, big old hat, had that white cowboy hat on. He had his white shirt on with all his badge and everything, had his pistol strapped on his side, and had his cowboy boots on. And I'm talking about pointed toe cowboy boots with the heels on them. I ain't talking about ropers with them little flat heels and the round toe. He had cowboy boots on. He would. I don't know if it was black or brown, but whatever color he had on, they were shiny. Man, he had them double knit breeches on. Had that streak going down the leg of him in there. Brown double knit trousers on with that stripe going down the leg down there. So he's standing in there at the salad bar. He's on some kind of diet, I presume, gonna get him a salad. Anyway, there's a lady in there, kind of a large lady, in the IGA close to the salad bar.
Can you call her
name? Yeah, and he's standing there. The sheriff's standing there, and other people. I didn't see it, but I heard him tell the story. And he's a great storyteller. He would laugh. He laughed more about it than anybody did, and it was on him. Anyway, he said at the salad bar, and this lady started running that mouth. Y'all seen them? Y'all been around them? Y'all seen them at the grocery store? You seen them at the beer store? You seen them at the cigarette outlet? You seen them everywhere. You seen them at Walmart. They got the floor I'm talking about with that mouth. They running that mouth, and she and the folks in there back and forth yeah. And the sheriff said, "Why don't you shut up?" Said, "Why don't you get your food and get on out of here?" Well, son, let me tell you, she bowed up. She said, "Who you talking to?" Said, "You don't know who you talking to. I'm so-and-so and so-and-so." He said, "Well, I'm the sheriff." And she said, "I don't give a blank who you are. I'm so-and-so." So anyway, she lunges at him. She gonna instigate a fight with him. So he grabbed him. He said, "Man, she put the bear hug on me." He says, "Man, she had me." He said, "I got in the hammerlock, everything." He said, "She was large." He said, "She was large. She was packing some weight." He said, "She was large." He grabbed a hold of me and said, "We got a wrestling around in there." Now, if you can envision this, he's about, what was he, 6'5", something like that, 6'6", and weighed at least 340 pounds, I'd say, at that time. And she was probably about the same size as he was. Anyway, they get in there and they get to wrestling around in there, and the salad bar's on one of them cart things, one of them stainless steel carts. It got lettuce, man, it's got sliced up onions, it's got olives, it's got pickles, it's got every kind of sauce you can imagine. It's got French dressing, it's got blue cheese dressing, it's got Italian dressing, it's got whatever kind of dressing in them little canisters all along in there, you know, where they got, where you scoop it out and put it on your salad plate. he said she grabbed him, and he said they went round and round. He said the next thing they knew, said they had turned the salad bar over. It was over in the floor, bottom uppers. And he said all of that lettuce and all them tomatoes and all that salad dressing was all on that hard terrazzo tile floor. That's what they had in there. I don't sleep tile floor in the supermarket in there. He said we turned it over. He said they wasn't nobody there helping me. He said I had her by myself. He said, and I got to trying to get up. He said, we down in the floor, wallowing in lettuce and salad dressing and tomatoes and olives and dill pickles. He said, and I'm trying to get up. And he said, I got these little slick bottom cowboy boots on. He said, I can't get up. He said, I'm skeeting around, sliding around. He said, I finally get her up. He said, I finally get her up and get her collared and get her out of there. But he said, man, that was as bad a fight. He said, I fought him. He said, I fought everybody except Mario Galito in the wrestling ring. He was the toughest I ever seen in my life. But that's a true story. Annie, please.
He told it for the truth. I read his truth.
He told it. He laughed more than anybody did. We were sitting there like, our eyes were kind of glazed over, but he was sitting there laughing. He was having him the biggest time, but that was a funny. I said, that's a funny story right there. That's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny if you can envision that. That's what storytellers do. They try to tell it to you so you can envision it, so you can be there. But that's what
paint you the picture.
Paint the picture. Yeah.
Paint the picture.
They wrestled around they wrestled in the IGA, and that ain't no story. They don't go on with that.
Buddy Glass was a man of a man now.
Oh, he was a horse now. He was a big man. He said that was a big woman. He said she toughest he ever seen in his life. But she
was 6'5".
He was 6'4", 6'5". He was big. Big old guy. Big guy.
He had a hand on him big as a sheet of paper.
Yeah. Yeah. But he had them old big foots with them old cowboy boots, them old slick bottom cowboy boots. He was talking about, he said I was skinning around there on that floor trying to get, and I couldn't get up there. We were wallowed in that bed.
They were not, you said they were not Roper.
They were what?
They weren't Roper boots.
No, they weren't Roper boots. They didn't have the little, he had the pointed toe, and the toe kind of curled.
Roach killers.
Probably about a size 14, shoe.
That's a big
Cowboy heel. Oh, have mercy. Ain't nothing like it, son. Ain't nothing like living in Miller County, Georgia. Y'all folks that live all up in Boston and all them places like that, y'all don't know nothing. Man, y'all so far behind the real world, it ain't even funny. It ain't even, y'all are so far out of it. You out of the race, man. Like I told that woman that time at the auction, that Queasy told her, sit down, woman, you out of it.
Sit down, you out.
Sit down, you out. She was up running her mouth. I said, sit down, you out.
She sat down like a bolt of lightning done struck her.
She
Bam, in that chair she went, and he said, never another word.
That was it. So y'all need to listen to what we tell y'all. We'll come up with something every Saturday night. It'll be the truth, nothing but the truth. Anybody got any argument with us? Call us. Call me. I got my phone here. Call me. So.
All right, guys, I do really need to do an ad right now. Buddy C. Chambers, Carlton Chambers, all your vehicle needs, Franklin Spring Creek Ford in Colquitt, Georgia, 229-254-3109. I know vehicles are few and far between, but if you need one, if there's anybody in the world that can find one, it's Hall of Fame salesman of the century, Carlton Buddy C. Chambers, Franklin Spring Creek Ford in Colquitt, Georgia. I don't care if you need a truck. I don't care if you need a car. I don't care if you need a van, whatever it might be. Buddy Chambers is the man that can get it done. Carlton Buddy C. Chambers, Franklin Spring Creek Ford in Colquitt, Georgia. Give him a call. Let him know what you need, and he will hook you up. I promise you. Queasel, tell them a little bit about this brand new advertiser we got right here. Hugh Franklin.
Oh, man, this is Mr. Hugh Franklin himself, is the official insurer of the Dirt Road Sports and the Charlie Platt show. Hugh is a Farm Bureau salesman. He'll insure anything you got. If you got anything ain't insured with Farm Bureau, you need to come see him. You need to come talk to him. Let him make you a quote. He can insure your boat. He can insure your house, your car, your truck, your cows, your goats. He can insure anything you got. He also has got very, very competitive boat and camper insurance. He can shop that around for you. Good man, got a good deal. He knows the insurance business. And here's the thing, and I can speak from past experience. When Hurricane Michael come 3 years and a week ago, he stood by me. It hit hard, and he looked after Farm Bureau looked after their claim. Hugh was there. He was always one phone call away. Matter of fact, he called me to check on me to see how we were doing, if everything's going with the insurance, with getting a house and everything fixed back. He's just a good old hometown boy. Want to make you a good deal on some good insurance. 229-758-2126. Call him. Tell him you want to talk to Hugh. Let him give you a quote. It don't cost nothing but a quote. I guarantee you he'll save you money, give you better insurance, and be a friend to you when you need it. Call him. Give him a call. Farm Bureau here in Colquitt. Hugh Franklin is the agent.
All right, guys. We are not going to be able to join with our fishing reverend tonight, but we do have joining us on the phone little Brecken Boyd. He is 8 years old, and he is fishing in a bass tournament this weekend, I believe, down in Florida. And that's a picture of him today at the weigh-in that they had today. Brecken Boyd, this is Charlie Boyd's grandson. Brecken, are you there with us?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, it's good to hear your voice on the radio and on the TV tonight. Brecken, tell us a little bit about the tournament you're fishing in, man.
Yes, sir. We're fishing it in Lake Kissimmee, and it's a Guy Harvey tournament.
Lake Kissimmee and Guy Harvey tournament. All right, man. Well, how did fishing go today?
Good.
All right, I see the fish you caught here. How much did this one weigh?
3.
3 pounds. All right, man. And
that's a good fish.
That's a good fish.
That's a good fish right there.
Here's one that he had earlier. I guess he was practicing. There's a picture of him. And then his dad, Ronnie Boyd, and he have shirts there, and they're doing it in honor of breast cancer. And Ronnie's sister is fighting breast cancer, and they've also got Karen Kimbrell, Nadine's name on the back, as she's fighting breast cancer. And we want to give a big shout out to them for doing that. Brecken, man, we appreciate y'all thinking about Nadine and including her in on that. Brecken, what's tomorrow looking like, man? Are y'all excited about fishing tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Are you hoping to catch some more big ones?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, how about your daddy? Are you keeping him straight?
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
That boy got the right answer, Marvin.
And he got the right answer. What about your granddaddy, Charlie Boyd? Are you keeping him straight?
Yes, sir.
All right.
You got your handful there, Brecken. You got your
Handful.
handful with Grandpa Charlie.
Brecken is
Yes,
8
sir.
years old, guys. He's 8 years old, and he is on the fishing tournament, and I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. And, man, we, on behalf of the Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, we want to wish Brecken good luck tomorrow in the finishing this tournament. Brecken, I appreciate you joining us on the phone tonight, and, man, we praying for you, and we hope you have good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, man.
That's it.
8 years old, man. That's
That's
a
it.
Hey, you know what? That's gonna be a little young man right there. As he grows up, you ain't gonna have to worry about where he is.
man.
Exactly
I guarantee
right.
you, when he's gonna be on the water somewhere, and that's
Yep.
the way you need to raise him right there.
That's right.
He ain't gonna get in no trouble out there catching fish. I promise you.
Look right here. There's Queasel's catch this week. Yesterday, matter of fact.
That's
Good.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. Hey, it wasn't the easiest one. I had to work that front coming through, mess with them a little bit. They were very finicky. They didn't want to swallow it. They wanted to kind of just nibble on it a little bit. So you had to kind of entice them into taking it a little bit. They was a little spooky, but it was a good day.
Got a Melissa Tillery on here is wanting to know how much is the Dirt Road Sports insured for? Inquiring minds want to know.
Oh,
We got the limit. It's just for the limit.
Yeah, insured for the limit.
That's it.
Just got a text, guys. Just got a text, man. I'm telling you, 5 full sunken islands all over the world. Just got a text. There is an anonymous couple watching tonight live in Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Wow.
And their last name.
That's what I'm talking about.
Their last name is not Clinton.
Oh, they still alive? How in the world are they still alive? They know the thing. That's why they still anonymous.
That's right. Anonymous couple watching from Hot Springs, Arkansas tonight.
Good to have them, man. We proud to have y'all. We love Arkansas.
That's
Too
right.
bad y'all didn't make it today. Y'all let the War Eagle got y'all, but anyway, the next week's another day.
Right. Got them here. Let's see. Oh, look right here. Yeah. Lake City, Florida. Tommy Fincher watching in Lake City, Florida. Man, we got them. I mean, we spread out tonight. Audience is spread out.
Tommy Fincher, he's an old friend of mine. Now, he's tough. That's one tough dude. I'm going to tell y'all how tough. I'm glad you mentioned him. I thought of him today. I met he drives for an early trucking company, a big semi truck. I thought it was Fincher. I waved at him. I don't think it was him. Me and Fincher we were setting an auction up, farm equipment auction, putting it all together, setting it all up. He's tough. Tommy Fincher's a tough man. He's been tough a long time. And he'll back me up on this. He'll probably chime in a minute and say you're 100% the truth. Well, we was up there in Baker County putting a farm equipment auction together, lining all that equipment up and everything. And so anyway, we didn't have nothing to eat. And I said, well, let's go to town. Let's go there at the Piggly Wiggly. Hubert Stafford running it then. He had a delicatessen, and he said. So anyway, we go in there and I miss Fincher. I miss him. He ain't right there by me. So I go through the line, the delicatessen line there, and get me a plate, and start walking off. And I see Fincher. He's coming, and Fincher's got one of them little white styrofoam packet things. He got him a ribeye steak in there, and on the other hand, he's got him a bottle of Dale's steak sauce. I'm talking about a ribeye steak that come out of the meat case, not a ribeye steak that come out of the delicatessen. That come out of the meat case. Had the price, had the cellophane on it, the price on it. And I said, "How you gonna cook that thing?" I said, "What you gonna?" I said, "What's that?" He said, "I'm a dinner." I said, "Your dinner?" He said, yeah. He said, I'm done. I said, how you gonna cook it? He said, I ain't gonna cook it. He said, I'm gonna cook it. I'm gonna cook it with this Dale steak sauce. I said, man, surely not. We was up there in Baker County, up there on Mr. Philip Hines' old place up there where we had a big sale going on there. And anyway, they had we pulled in there, and I had my plate and everything, you know, we had my fried chicken and my biscuit and all that. I get out, sit on the tailgate of the truck, and there's a fence post over there right close to where the truck is. There's a fence post. It's up about chest high, round fence post. Ain't no wire hook to it or nothing. Anyway, Fincher got that. He gets that steak out. He gets that ribeye, raw ribeye steak out, cuts that cellophane off and leaves it in that. He leaves it in that on that styrofoam pack, and gets some of that Dale steak sauce and goes pulling it over the top of it. And he got him a fork. He got him a little old fork from the delicatessen there. Got him a little old fork, and he got his knife. Took his pocket knife out. He let it sit there for about 3 or 4 minutes with that Dale steak sauce on it. He started sewing on that boy. He started sewing on that boy, on that ribeye steak. He started eating it. Now that's eating a rare steak. Y'all talk about eating a rare steak. And you can't match Tommy Fincher.
You can't get no rare in that, can you?
Verify me on that, Fincher, if I'm telling the truth. But he's tough now. Fincher's a tough dude. Let me tell you, I love him though. He been a friend of mine for a long time. If I was fighting somebody at a salad bar at the IGA, I'd go ahead and be
Well, he kind of sound like old Mullet Carpenter. Old Mullet, you ever watch Mullet cook a steak and eat it?
No.
Mullet, he'll get the grill going. You know, he'll get his charcoal in there and get it all piled up, and he'll go to put everybody else's steak on there and get them cooking. You know, and cook along. And he'll be turning them and seasoning them and putting all that stuff on there that he needs to do, and then he'll when he gets everybody else's steak ready, he'll make a hole and get his. And he'll have everybody else steak. He done took them up or move them over to the sides, you know, where the coals ain't quite as hot, just to kind of keep them warm. He'll take his steak and he'll take it and he'll lay it down there. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he'll flip it. And he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take it up, cut it, and eat it. That's the way. That's the way Mullet. That's the way Mullet like it. He said that is medium rare.
That's the way they like it.
No, that's raw.
They like it, man. Yeah, that's the way. If that's the way they like it, man, I'm all for it.
That's the way they like it.
I ain't got no problem with that. They eat it.
Hey, speaking about you were talking about Fincher being a good guy. Floyd, tell him a little bit about this good guy right here at Colquitt Dental Care.
Oh man, he's my dentist. That's my dentist. Yeah, Dr. Robert Lane, a great dentist, a wonderful dentist. Got just the friendliest staff of people you would ever imagine in there working in there with him. It's a team. They work on you as a team, and they get you in there. They do that work and they get you out. You don't have to stay in there and lay around in that dental chair in there while they grinding and sawing and doing and scraping and doing all that kind of stuff. He'll get you in, get the job done, get you out. He's been keeping me smiling ever since he's been here in Colquitt. And he's a good guy. I know his mama. In fact, his mama was married to the wrestling sheriff that we just talked about there for a long, long time. But I know Robert Lane. He's a good guy. He's a local guy. Young man, grew up here in this community. Came from some good folks. His grandmama and granddaddies on both sides were good folks. His mom and daddy were good folks. So y'all go see Dr. Robert Lane there at Colquitt Dental Company at Colquitt Dental Care in Colquitt, Georgia. He'll treat you right. He's a good guy, got a great staff. They're glad to see you when you come in the door. It's a very, very nice facility. Y'all go see Dr. Robert Lane in Colquitt, Georgia on Cuthbert Street, 758-3345. Tell him you heard about him. Tell him you heard about him on the Dirt Road Sports and the Charlie Platt Show. He might give you a little discount in there.
Yeah, and he's running a special right now. You buy 10 crowns, you get 10% off the 11th.
Amen. That's a deal right there.
Hey.
That'll get in your pocket.
Can't beat that.
10%. Hey, 10% is 10%. So I don't care who you are.
That's right.
Any way you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Let's get back to the subject of Pastor Appreciation Month.
I see it. I run out the advertisers now. He's gonna wait till I run out of the advertisers.
Well, it used to be Pastor Appreciation Day. Am I right, Queasel?
That's right.
Now we got Pastor Appreciation Month. Is that what Marvin said?
Well, we don't at our church. We appreciate them one day.
Okay, they appreciate.
One day.
Does that mean that at Marvin at the Creeksters? Does that mean the Creeksters are going to take up a special offering for their pastor every Sunday and every Wednesday night during Pastor Appreciation Month?
No. That ain't what it means. No, I ain't gonna cut him that low now. I mean, he ain't gonna do that. They already do that anyway, every Sunday and every Wednesday already. So that wouldn't be nothing special about doing that during Pastor. That's the way he got it. But I'm telling you, they love him. They love him.
I know they do.
Not do no wrong. And out of all the traits that Marvin has, I'll have to say preaching is one of his better traits.
Oh yeah,
He can preach now. He can throw it out there. But
now when they take up that special offering, and it's just for the pastor, it don't go in the general fund. There's checks and there's cash in that offering plate. Do they just give that to him, or do they write him a check and put it in a 1099 or something like that? Floyd, we weren't talking.
Man, I call him he's your man out there if you want to buy a car. we give it Buddy C some extra advertising tonight.
You ain't gonna get him, Johnny.
Buddy C will get. He's gonna get more advertising, way more than he paid for.
Yeah, way more.
Hey, look right here. Oh, look right here. Y'all done got him stirred up. One of my deacons right there. We appreciate him so much. It takes a whole month.
That's what I'm talking about.
I told you they love him. They love him.
I saw him preach. Last Sunday. They had a special pastor appreciation day for him Sunday, and it is his dad actually came up there in the front of the pulpit and everything, and presented him with a card, and it was a pretty thick envelope, card deal.
Oh, yeah.
They got him a card in there for every. They got him like 30 cards in there, for one day every week. Got a different card in there because it was thick. That envelope was like that thick right there. And I know they have 30, cards. We love you kind of cards in there. And I said, man, that's nice.
You sure them wasn't $20 bills that was in there that was thick?
I don't know about it was no, man.
I think we need to hit Buddy one more time on this. Let everybody know we love and appreciate Buddy. See,
mercy so much, Lord and mercy.
You ain't gonna get nothing on him.
Here's another deacon said there's so much of him it takes all month to love.
Amen.
That's a good one right there. Now I like that one.
I'm gonna tell you from experience. Don't try to pick a fight with him when the church folks are around. When his church folks and his mama's around, don't mess with him. They'll be on his side now.
They'll cut you. They'll cut you for us over.
Yep.
And
they believe in him, and I guess that's what they need to. If he's the preacher, they gotta love him and they gotta believe in him, and that's what they're doing. So he ought to be able to do a good job.
Which I got a good church family. I love them now. I love them.
You do got a good church family. I'll have to say that.
Yeah, you do.
It is time now. I know it don't seem like it. It seems like we just got started, but our good friend TC Bear Hill at Bear Hill Auctioneers, the exclusive sponsor in perpetuity for short lists and books and definitions. Bear Hill Auctioneers, and Floyd, I don't know. I know you're going to have some Pentecostals, but our favorite Pentecostal may not be watching us tonight. His son, Tony Clay's son, got married late this evening, and so he may be dancing a little bit tonight.
He'll have us on the rerun. He probably won't be able to chime in with nothing, but we probably got some Pentecostals watching us, and they love us, Pentecostals, because they know I ain't telling nothing but the truth. Ain't nothing but the truth. Yeah, we got the Floyd short list, and then we got Floyd's definitions, and I got one new little thing I'll throw in there tonight if we have time. The how-to list. Yeah. how to. It's going to be a new segment we're going to have. But we'll go ahead and get started, if you will, with our short list. A football season, man. Everybody loves football. And all these coaches, all these college coaches. Georgia's got a college coach. He's exactly the clone of the Dr. Pepper guy. And then, they had that coach up there at South Carolina. What was his name? Steve Spurrier. He used to coach at Florida and all that, man. He was always throwing stuff, But I like to wax nostalgia. And that's kind of what I'm going to do right now a little bit with the college coaching football. And one of the greatest of all times, in my opinion, was Bear Bryant. They never but one Bear Bryant ever been. And here's a short list, and it includes Bear Bryant. It says times that Bear Bryant had a cooler full of Gatorade poured over him at a ball game. Y'all tell me, hey, call me, some of you Auburn fans, call me. Tell me about that time you poured that Gatorade over Bear Bryant. Times that Bear Bryant threw his headset on the ground. Here's one for you. Times that Bear Bryant wore a visor at a ball game. Call me, straighten me out. You can call me, get me straight if I'm wrong on this. All right. Here's one we're gonna drift on. We're gonna drift down, kind of get over here on the other side over here. We're gonna try to get on some of this stuff that's happening all around us every day. It's things that Joe Biden has screwed up that he hasn't blamed on Donald Trump.
That's a no list. That's the shortest one you ever had.
Is your phone ringing?
It ain't ringing. Phone ain't ringing. Things that Joe Biden has screwed up, which is everything that he hadn't blamed on Donald Trump. All right, here's a couple more right here. Things that Joe Biden and Hunter Biden will not do for money.
That's a good one.
Here's another one right here. Things that the government has that it has not taken away from somebody else. What's the things that the government has that it has not taken away from somebody else? Here's one right here. This is a short list too right here. This is a real short one. Yes. A good story that starts out by someone saying, "Y'all remember that time we was eating quiche?"
Oh.
Oh, me. Lord have mercy. Okay, yeah. We get on here with it. We go on down we get on down in here to the real deal. Pentecostal preachers that would rather be paid with a gift card to Hobby Lobby than be paid in cash. Pentecostal preachers that like air conditioning. Now here, I'm going to close this one out. And Marvin, I want you to listen to this one. It's part 2 to this one, but I want you to listen. And you will know exactly what I'm talking about, Marvin. Pentecostal preachers that show up to church on Pastor Appreciation Day on Sunday wearing blue jeans. You want to comment on that one, Marvin?
Let me see, Jay.
Here's one right here. Let's see how short a list is with Baptist preachers that show up on Pastor Appreciation. Oh, yeah, forget that one. Oh, yeah, forget that. Go back down. You want to comment on that one, Marvin?
We good. Go ahead.
We move on. We'll move on. We'll move on along. Let's see here. We got. Let's see if I got one here on my. Yeah, here's a definition. Let's do our definition here. Uh, Wikipedia definition of new normal. Y'all hear that a lot. It's the new normal. This is it in this country. It's the new normal. Here's what Wikipedia says: a current situation, social custom, etc., that is different what has been experienced or done before and is expected to become usual or typical. New normal. Never had been done before. Here's Floyd's definition. What has been moral and family oriented values for centuries is now considered to be homophobic, Islamophobic, xenophobic, racist, white supremacist, and fascist. And last but least, let me give y'all one right here that I just came up with. And these things pop into my mind. I got them on these papers here. I'm not very orderly with this stuff, but here's one right here. This is a how-to segment, and then I'm gonna tell y'all who it is who makes this, who tells you this at the end of it, and y'all will probably figure it out before I get through. How to drink a quart of scotch a day without falling down. Okay. How to wave your hands while talking, while speaking in incomplete sentences.
I know who it is.
How to pretend that you are knowledgeable without having any knowledge about anything. And how to pretend that you are a devout Catholic while promoting same-sex marriage and abortion on demand. And how to pretend that you are a savior of the middle class while eating $16 a pint ice cream. How to buy, anybody want to guess?
I know.
Go ahead.
Nancy Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi. That's it. How to.
Oh,
how to.
whoa. Excuse me. I got a text.
Okay, who's wrong?
Hillary Clinton needs help in contacting Reverend Johnson to come lay hands on the former president and heal his urinary tract infection.
Yeah, he'll be there. He's on the way. Is
he on oxygen?
Oh yeah, he's on oxygen.
He's on oxygen.
Yeah,
He's on oxygen. We got
Floyd, you got to hit that.
Just a man for him.
You got to go back and hit the one that you missed. You have to close with it every night.
Last one, last and most famous one of all. Things, including his bladder and his bowels, that Joe Biden has any control over.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
All right, Charlie.
Well, we've laughed and had a good time, but there's a serious side of us that says we in this country need to pay attention to what's going on and pray for one another and pray for this country. Because without intervention from the Almighty God, this country is doomed. And that's just the cold, hard facts of it. We know how the story ends. That's the good news. But until then, pray and lift up one another. We, the four of us, love each other and try to love all of our fellow man. And we encourage you to do the same thing. We love you for giving us the opportunity to have a good time and get your mind off of things, laugh a little bit every Saturday night at 8 o'clock Georgia time and 7 o'clock Alabama time. Floyd?
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for letting us come into y'all home tonight. We enjoy doing this. We don't talk about this before the show or during the week or anything. We just show up and have a conversation. And y'all are involved in the conversation because of your comments and things that you show us, that you present to us right there. and we appreciate that. We thank y'all for watching us, and there's good and bad people in all races. There's good and bad people in all sexes, in all countries. There are good and bad people. Wherever you are, whatever community you're in, whatever town you're in, whatever state, country, wherever you are that you're listening to us, try to surround yourself with like-minded people, people that you can trust, and people that you know will come to your aid if you are in need. Uh, you can waste a lot of time. You can waste a lot of time fooling with people that are not interested at all in what you've got to say or what you've got to offer. So be able to determine who's got some sense and who has not got some sense. And y'all be particular. Y'all watch where you go. Y'all watch who you surround yourself with, and watch your children. Watch them. Watch them every moment of every day if you can, because it's a dangerous place that we living in right now, more dangerous than it ever has been, I guess, especially for children, because they're so vulnerable, and they can be gone in an instant, just like that. So you watch them. You watch them. You watch them. You stay close to them. We love y'all. We hope y'all watch us again next Saturday night. Thank y'all. Go ahead, Queasy.
Well, it's third week in October. A little more fire prevention stuff for y'all. I want to pass on to you tonight. Let me tell you about a fire. Let me tell you how a fire works. A fire creates its own energy, and once a fire gets started, it's a minimum of 8 minutes. A fire doubles itself in intensity. So a fire is continuously growing, and it grows a lot faster than you think it'll grow. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to start what we call compartmentalization. I want you to shut that fire off, because you see, the fire will it'll follow the air currents in your house. You got an air condition. You got air moving. You might not have air conditioning. You got a hallway. It's a way for air to move. So what I want you to do is I want you to practice shutting doors. If you ain't in a room, shut the door. If you ain't using it, shut the door. But if you don't do nothing else, when you go to bed at night, shut your bedroom door. That way, if you was to have a fire, then it will not go into your bedroom as fast as it normally would. If you got the bedroom door open and the air currents is going toward your bedroom, guess where that fire is going? But if you got the door shut, it'll give you time enough to get out a window or to get out whatever you want to do. So compartmentalization is just controlling the air currents in your house the way that you can be safe. You can keep a fire from getting to you. Listen, a fire is devastating, and and it destroy everything you got. But you can rebuild a house. You can't replace a life. So shut your door. Control that air. Don't let it in there. Fires, like I say, they create their own energy. You don't have to help it. Once it gets started, it's got everything it needs to continue on. Just a little fire prevention tip. We love y'all. We thank you for letting us in your house tonight. We do ask that you pray for this nation, that you pray that God won't turn his back on us like we've turned our back on him. That's what we want you to pray. We want you to pray for boldness, that we will be bold enough to take a stand. A couple of weeks ago, I talked to y'all about Peter. And when Peter got out of the boat, all people can remember was, well, Peter took his eyes off Jesus and he sunk, and Jesus had to save him. And that's true. But at least he had guts enough to get out of the boat. So here's what I want to ask you. Are you going to get out of the boat, or are you going to continue to ride and just let things go like it is? We need some Peter to get out of the boat. We need to act like him. We need the people that ain't afraid to get out and make a stand. How you do it? You vote. You run for office. You stand up for what's right. Floyd just told you, get around a group of people that think like you do. Have good, positive meetings. Go to church. Go to Marvin's church. We picked on him all night. Marvin is a great preacher. He's got a great church. If you want to hear God's word, go to his church in the morning. He will fill you full of it. It's simple. You control your life. You're responsible for your choices. Do the right thing. That's all you got to remember. Do the right thing. Marvin, take us to the house.
Guys, thank y'all for joining us tonight, October the 16th, 2021. Charlie Platt, the Dirt Road Sports. We've been live and in color. Don't forget you can catch us on our rerun. That's Monday night at 10 o'clock following WWE Celebrity Pentecostal Preacher Mud Wrestling Live, the cage match featuring Jimmy Swaggart and Kenneth Copeland this week. Also, want to do a big shout out to Tyrex Window Tinting, fruit flavored rolling paper, Nike tennis shoe rental, carpet cleaning, organic fireworks, and Hoop Cheese in Jack, Alabama for having us on the big screen tonight. We certainly appreciate that. Our scripture of the day: the righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. And thank God for that. I want to encourage you. This month is Pastor Appreciation Month. I don't care where you go to church. You may not even like your preacher, but appreciate him. Tell him you appreciate him. You know, a lot of times preachers don't get the encouragement they need, and I want to encourage you to be the encourager, be the exhorter in your pastor's life. Tomorrow's Sunday. It's the Lord's day. Go to church somewhere, turn on the TV, watch a preacher, do something, and serve the Lord tomorrow. It is His day. And I want you to do this. I want you to be an encouragement to one another. There's enough negativity going on in this world. There's enough bad news in this world. There's enough mumbling, grumbling, griping, and complaining and belly aching. Encourage somebody this week. Be an encouragement to them. You know, a lot of people say, you know, how in the world do you let your hair down like you do as a preacher on a show like that? Well, you want me to tell you how I let my hair down just like the rest of these three men on here. It's because we've read the back of the book. We know we're going to be winners. We've accepted Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior. And listen, just because you get saved don't mean that life's got to be humdrum. Listen, God saved me so I could have a good time. I'm going to enjoy life while I'm here because he says that we can have a little bit of heaven on our way to heaven. And I want to encourage you that maybe you're watching us tonight, maybe you're lost. Can I tell you that John 3:16 says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. You want to know how we're able to laugh and have a good time? It's because we got Jesus on our side. And I want to encourage you tonight, if you're lost, don't wait till tomorrow. We love y'all, guys. We love y'all more than you'll ever know, that y'all invite us into your homes every Saturday night. We'll be back here the same place, same time, same channels next week. But until then, we want to encourage you. Keep pressing on and be particular in whatever you do. We love y'all, guys.
See y'all.